You know, we get a lot of questions on debt paydown strategy, and it typically comes down to a question of Snowball or Avalanche. I tend to be a bigger fan of the Snowball method. First, let me tell you the difference between the two. Snowball method, or sometimes referred to as the envelope method, but electronically on steroids, is to pay extra on the smallest balance and to eliminate that balance first so you free up the cash flow first. The Avalanche method is to pay down either the largest balance debt or more typically the highest interest rate debt. The reason I'm not a fan of the Avalanche method is that interest is actually a trick, in my opinion, and you get to dictate your own interest rate by the amount that you pay down extra. In other words, the most important thing to consider is cash flow. And I try to think like a bank, and that's how banks think. Cash flow is always the first most important criteria. So in order to get more cash flow, it's more beneficial to pay down a debt with a smaller balance, regardless of the interest rate, to try to eliminate that loan altogether and free up the payment. The key is, when you free up that payment, that's still not your money. Until all the loan payments are gone, make that payment move to another loan, the next smallest balance that you can eliminate the fastest. Sometimes you'll look at two balances or a few balances that are close in the balance, and then you need to look at what's the payment on each of those and try to eliminate the one with the highest payment next. But my advice to you would be to take a payment, pay a loan off, free that payment up, move it to the next loan, use that snowball approach, and eventually, once all of the debt is gone, that cash flow can be repurposed either as take-home income to you or to reinvest in the business. Or probably is a good idea to save a bunch of cash along the way as well so that you don't go into another debt.